I was literally obsessed.
That's the intro. You named
Yay!
I'm a horrible person.
Well, because how was I supposed to know? Welcome to the Supplement Engineer Podcast. We're your hosts, Robert, the Supplement Engineer, and Sandy, the wife. Is that how you do it?
Cut. Can we just rewind?
Is that not how we do it?
That is how we do it. We just don't sound like we're reading.
I don't understand what I sound like. What's different than other people. I go to order my... Okay, keep going.
Welcome to the Supplement Engineer channel. Apparently, you can't even see who the hell I am because the camera's not working right now. Anyway, thank you all for joining us. My name is Robert Chinesky, the Supplement Engineer. Joining me as always, my vivacious vixen.
Sandy.
Thank you. See, you have such a weird... I'm Sandy. And you said, welcome. Just the way you talk is funny.
Wow.
Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. If you have any comments, questions, queries, scripts, small remarks, or cocktail concoctions, feel free to post them up in the comments section. We'll get to anything and everything over the course of the next hour or hour and a half that we're here with you. We're coming a little early today because...
We can.
Yeah, we can. We have some extra time, and these have been running a little bit longer than usual as of late, so in an effort to fit in as much as we can without having to seem rushed and not neglect the halfling, let's start 15 minutes early this week.
Okay.
Also, if you like what we're doing here, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, judo chop, judo kick, the smash button, high five it, do whatever the hell you want to do to make YouTube happy. And that helps us climb up in the almighty algorithm that
dictates everything and everything. Anything and everything.
To which we
are
exposed these days.
Days.
It's funny hearing you and Shane, because when we close out the podcast, when we close out the final scoop on Saturdays, I say, all right, Shane, do it. And he kind of does the same thing you did. It's kind of very...
Because it's not coming off the top of my head. I'm trying to mimic you, and I don't remember everything. I probably sound like my students when they try to teach the class something. I'm like, you sound terrible.
Yeah, so we have a couple of items on the agenda today.
Okay.
We have I have a blind of bourbons. So we have two 90 proof bourbons, two weeders.
Which I like.
Yes, you do.
They're sweeter.
Yes.
Sweeter weeders.
Sweeter weeders. There we go. I like that. I've not heard that.
I made it up.
You did the sweet wheat. Now that
it's all that Dr. Seuss I've been reading.
There you go. We also have some energy drinks to review. So Do you have any opening rants before we get into that?
I have lots of rants, by the way, but we can talk about the fact that I saw these in my fridge. Show the lovely people.
Okay, so I'll do the official thing first.
Okay.
We'll make this an official.
Well, because I was okay.
All right. Whoop. Close this out first because we don't need that. There we go. All right.
Okay.
Let's see if I can do this first. All right. So first on the agenda, we have this fancy. All right. So
it is
C4
fancy.
Energy drinks are doing a collaboration, an official flavor collaboration with Starburst. So they've got their license.
Wait. This is important. Hold the box back up because they're strategic about how they marketed it. Does anyone notice which color Starbursts are bursting out? Only the pink and red. They make packages that strategically just sell the pink and the red Starburst because they're that much better.
They do?
Yes.
No.
They do. Because nobody wants the regular yellow or orange ones. They're not as good. They taste like yellow and orange. They taste like lime and orange. The pink and the red are the best. And they actually make, I think they're called the reds or the pink. I don't know. But
I would agree that the red and the pink, of the four flavors of Starburst, so there's red, pink, orange, and yellow. Of those four, the red and the pink are the best.
I mean, you feel like a winner every time you get a pink one.
And so first off, thank you to the guys at Cellucor for sending these out to us. We do appreciate that very much. So as with all of our reviews, not paid. They just sent this to us for free. Also, thank you to Devin for sending our information over to Cellucor. So Cellucor could reach out to us and send us this. So thank you. Big thank you all around.
Yeah.
That's not going to affect whether we say this is good or bad.
No, I would be honest. But I just want to say for the record, I was mad. Not really mad, but kind of mad when I opened the fridge and I saw them. I was like, seriously? He's going to buy more energy drinks? Why do we have to keep buying these energy drinks? We're fine, Janetsky, we're fine. And he's like, no, they sent it to us. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Don't you feel
That's
bad? That's
better.
But we have previously tried some C4 energy drinks.
I do. And remember, we went toe-to-toe with a C4 energy drink as a pre-workout versus something else. And I felt like the C4 was just the same.
Yeah. So the energy drink when they originally launched, they had a few different flavors. We had the orange slice, which was really good. I like that one a lot. Over the summer, I bought a can of the Freedom Ice from HEB and tried that. Flavor on that was great.
Okay.
We've also tried, a couple of years back, they released their Smart Energy one, which was like a stevia flavored coconut.
Did I like it?
Coconut flavor. I liked it. I thought it was decent. It had some decently dosed nootropics in there, some cognizant, citicoline.
I'm really excited about the Starburst flavor because let me tell you something. Starburst make me salivate. You put them in your mouth, they're so sweet that they make you, water in your mouth. So I'm curious about drinking them.
They got orange on the side, so they
got the pink ones. They got some yellow and orange in there too.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you right now that the front package has the pink and the red ones. Like, ooh, we're gonna taste like the pink and red Starburst, which everyone knows are the best.
I'm a fan of the nice little fancy box.
Yeah, it's a really cool box. Is that actually how other people would buy them, or is that just fancy for
No,
us?
this is just like a sampler pack kind of
It's such a cool sample pack.
Now, maybe if you order like a 4-pack off their website or through certain retailers, they'll...
Yeah, where do you get these? Do you get these at the grocery store?
Yeah, they have these at the grocery store.
Okay.
I've seen them out there.
All right, so you're checking out. You get your, oh, look. Do they have different flavors for different colors? Oh, we got one of each. Oh, we got the pink. This is the one I'm going to want to try. Hands down. I want the pink one. So we got pink, orange, red, and...
Lemon.
The lemon kind of looks... Okay. When you hold them side by side, you can tell which one's yellow and which one's orange, just to be fair. Oh, I'm excited.
Yes.
We're going to taste all of these bad boys. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Things just got juicy.
Funny story about that. We'll tell you later. It was a hot topic of debate on the trumpet bus with a girl who was wearing juicy pants.
We'll save
that for later. Stay tuned.
All right, here's what the card says. Things just got juicy. We've launched the most epic partnership with Starburst Candy, and we're bursting with energy to get you in on this. Why? Because you're part of Team C4 and invited to the celebration. So crack the can, take a sip, get creative.
Okay. I'll do it.
All right, so
Okay, let's try the orange, because you know what? We've tried the orange C4 and I liked it.
Yes.
How is that going to taste different than orange Starburst?
All right, so we'll do flavors. We'll do the flavor panel first, and then I'll go back and go through the ingredients.
Smells good. Smells like orange. Wow. That does taste like an orange Starburst. Weird. I was expecting it to just taste orange. I don't know what it is about Starburst. There's like this, I don't want to say plastic fruity taste, but I guess that's what it is. But I like it because I like Starburst, and that's kind of the flavor you get. You get exactly like you're drinking an orange Starburst. Weird.
Well, they partner
That's
with the company.
exactly what it tastes like.
Yeah, and they're working with the flavor chemist to develop this flavor.
You guys know when you're like chewing a Starburst, it has that, you know what I mean? Like the plasticky taste. But it's not like it bothers you because you know you keep eating it.
I really like this. I'm a huge fan of like the regular orange flavor of Cellucor C4.
Oh my
So
God.
this is like, that was orange slice.
You got to
This
fix
is
this
regular
camera.
orange. I know.
This camera, no bueno. Okay, let me just tell you, I was right. It makes me salivate like while I'm drinking it. It's like I'm drinking my saliva because you know how it makes you, there's got to be something like it makes you tinkle, like makes your saliva come out.
I like it. I really like it.
I like it too. It tastes like I'm drinking an orange Starburst. I want to try the lemon one now.
Okay.
We got to save the pinks for last because that's my favorite.
Yes.
And once I start drinking those, I ain't gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to drink this. Everyone's gonna be so jealous. Be like, y'all need to buy these. They taste good. Ooh, tart. I haven't had a yellow Starburst in a really long time now that I think about it. Because of that. It's like, wow.
That is tart. I mean,
I'll tell you what though, that would wake me up.
I think the carbonation makes it a little bit tartar than the actual candy
Because it's bubbling on my tongue.
Yeah, I think that's what the carbonation.
I'll tell you what, if you like the lemon if you like a lemon Starburst, you won't like this. I'm gonna tell you though, sometimes for energy drinks, you need energy, right? So the last thing you want is it to be like easy like Sunday morning. You want it to pow. That's a pow. That would wake me up.
Yeah, that would definitely wake you up. The carbonation adds a little bit more tartness and pop to it than a regular lemon
all up in my tongue.
Starburst would.
Okay,
That's really
pink
good.
is my favorite, so let's do red.
Right.
I would pass the marshmallow test. It's a psychology test. We'll talk about it later. But I would pass because I saved the best for last. I love red Starburst. I'm so excited. Wow. I'm drinking that again. Sometimes these sit in our fridge and I never drink them again. I'm drinking that one again. That's happening. Am I going to fight you for it? It tastes just like the red Starburst.
It does.
And it doesn't make my mouth salivate as much as the orange one does.
But I don't like the carbonation tartness with the strawberry flavor. I like
Really?
I think it complements the orange and lemon better. I wouldn't go back to this. As much as I love the red Starburst themselves over the other flavors, I don't like it in the energy drink.
Well, this is good news because I don't have to fight you for the fridge.
No.
Let me tell you why I like this one. It doesn't make me salivate the way the orange one does. And the yellow one is like pow.
Yeah.
But the orange one, for some reason, it's like my mouth couldn't stop.
I almost need that one to be sweeter to combat like the carbonation fizziness.
Yeah, I
of
like
it.
that. I don't think it's as sweet.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's what I need.
It's like tart and sweet. This is good. This reminds me of the ones I really like, the zero performance, whatever. This is a winner. I hope, is it seasonal? Is it going to go away?
No, this isn't official. So assuming they sell through these well, I gotta imagine it's
Okay. I don't want them to go away.
All right.
I want those in the fridge always. Now let's try the pink. Oh, you know what? Not a fan. It's delicious, except it tastes like I'm eating a Fun Dip. It's like a lot of sugar, like a pixie stick. That's a lot of sugar at me. The red's the best because it's not too sweet. I don't know how they did that. That's awesome. Yeah, get you that red. Get you the pink.
Ew.
It's sweet. It tastes like you're eating a pixie stick, right?
Yeah, I don't get strawberry on this at all.
Is it sharp? Is that the flavor?
It says strawberry.
I never knew what pink was. I'm not going to lie. I just thought it tasted good. I was like, it's good.
I'm going to say this right now. There are some pre-workouts that do a flavor that's supposed to be like pink Starburst. They call it pink something.
Starburst. Or something.
No, they call it like pink Star Candy or something.
Oh,
like that.
right.
They do a better job on that than this tastes. Like there's pre-workouts and amino acid supplements out there that taste better than this does. I'm not a fan of this one.
God, that tastes like a pixie stick. Yeah, it feels like I just poured a big old sugar pop.
It's too sweet.
Big old straw of sugar.
It's too sweet without actually tasting like the candy itself.
Best is red. You want to go back and taste the lemon or the orange?
Yes, I would, because I think those are better than the red.
I think you should taste those and not the red. The red.
No, I'm trying to go for like authenticity into the actual candy.
I think this tastes just like the candy. I think it's delicious. I think they should make it forever.
I really like the orange. Good,
take it. I think the lemon is good to wake me up. Let me try it again. What's that? What's the stuff that makes acidic stuff at the end? You know what I'm talking about? There's like a flavor
Could
that
be citric acid. Or
citric acid. That's what I taste at the end. It's like a poof. All right, I feel good about it. You don't taste it right away. You taste it at the end.
Lemon is good. Reminds me of like a tamer, like 7-Up or something.
None of that.
7-Up or a Sprite that's starting to go a little flat, maybe.
No, that's not at all what it tastes like. You're giving people a false concept. Like, I got a 7-Up right here. It doesn't taste anything like 7-Up. It tastes like lemon.
My favorite of the lineup, it's pretty clear. It's orange.
Your favorite is orange. My favorite is red.
Yeah.
I don't like the pink that much. Shocking.
Pink is the least
built up my
successfully executed of the 4 Starburst.
Yeah, maybe I built up my expectations. Yeah. I was like, let's go pink.
All right, let me go through the ingredient panel right now for everything. So,
are they all the same?
Yes. There is 200 milligrams of caffeine in each full can of this, just like the other C4 energy flavors.
Okay.
We also have some 30 milligrams of niacin, 6 micrograms of vitamin B12. Then we have non-disclosed amounts on the can, at least, of beta-alanine, citrulline, malic acid, beta-power betaine anhydrous, citric acid, natural flavors, potassium sorbate, caffeine anhydrous, sucralose, ACE-K, niacinamide, N-acetyl tyrosine, and cyanocobalamin. I
wonder if that one has more malic acid than the others, because that thing is like, wow.
Okay, so there's 200 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous on here. Mm-hmm. That is the 6th to last ingredient in this profile.
So that means that's the least.
That means there's 200
prevalent.
Milligrams of that. N-acetyl L-tyrosine is the second to last ingredient, meaning there's considerably less. And we also know there's 30 milligrams of niacin as niacinamide. So you're getting like 25 milligrams, 30 milligrams of N-acetyl L-tyrosine.
Which is bad.
Yeah, you usually want like 1,000 or 2,000 milligrams of it.
Okay.
So this is where like this is carbonated, really good tasting caffeine.
Okay.
All of the other ergogenics in here, you're getting a pixie dusting of beta-alanine, L-citrulline, betaine anhydrous. You need 2.5 grams of that per day. You're not getting anywhere near that.
So you wouldn't consider it a genuine nootropic. It is an energy drink.
It's not. Yeah, it is strictly energy. It is not a pre-workout energy drink. It is not like a performance boosting one. It is pure caffeine. So you get some benefits from caffeine. Caffeine is an ergogenic. It is
a type of nootropic,
and especially at the 200 milligram. Well, it's just an ergogenic, so not necessarily nootropic, but also an athletic performance enhancer too.
Well, there we go.
But all of the other ingredients on here, like all this fancily labeling here that says carnosine and beta power, that's strictly for marketing.
Because you don't have enough to really feel it.
Correct. Yeah, it says this patented form of beta-alanine has been clinically shown to fight muscular fatigue. Yes, but not at the doses in this can. That's something very clear. So, like regular C4 has 1.6 grams of beta-alanine in there.
When I did the regular C4, I thought it was good, and I felt its effects when I was working out. I was like, am I just full of poo? But the regular C4 has an appropriate dose of things.
It has. So you need 179 grams to reach saturation.
Okay.
Typically in studies, that's broken up either across 4 1.6 gram doses spread throughout the day, so 6.4 grams a day, or 3.2 grams. So if you double scoop C4, you get 3.2 grams, or if you took something like C4 Ultimate, you'd get 3.2 grams, or some of their other versions have like 6 grams of beta-alanine.
And so the regular C4 that I drank had...
If you take it daily, you would eventually reach saturation at the course of 12 or 16 weeks. Yes.
But this...
Has a sprinkling.
Has a sprinkling.
Sprinkling, yes.
But it tastes good, so...
The tastes on this are good. So
what you gonna do?
Probably, yeah, because a lot of those ingredients don't taste all that good, so I'm assuming if you're trying to get like a good flavor on it, you're gonna scratch some of that. So,
but I thought the regular C4 tasted good. So.
Yeah, the C4 energy drinks taste is great. Don't assume you're getting efficacious dosages of citrulline, beta-alanine, betaine, any of that stuff. Caffeine, yes, you're getting a quality 200 milligram dose here. This would be good for a pick-me-up or for some people that, all you need
drink it in the morning sometimes.
Yeah, or just a pre-workout if you just want caffeine to get going, and that's all you need. You can still have a great workout on. That's fine.
Okay.
But the labeling, I understand it. It looks good on the shelf and people buy because I see that. From the research science standpoint, you're not getting anywhere near the efficacious dosage to get actual benefits.
You just messed up everyone's placebo effect that they were going to get from all of that stuff that they have inside their bodies.
Oh, well. Anyway, but the main point of this is the flavor review.
Flavor.
Yes.
We 100% disagree. But we agree that the best two, you agree the best two are orange and strawberry? I mean, cherry, red and orange. This is orange.
I know.
You just tasted it.
No, that one's my favorite. I don't need to go back and
His favorite is orange. My favorite is red.
It's a toss-up between the lemon and the red.
No
cherry
no,
for me.
No toss-up. I can't believe you're going to give people false impressions. There is no toss-up between the crazy malic acid of the yellow.
I like tart.
You can't.
I like tart.
I can't even not make a face when you taste it. They taste completely good. And look at my face with the red. Delicious.
So at the store, we can find these for about $2.50 a can, somewhere between $2 and $2.50 a can. Sometimes I think I've seen them on sale for maybe like $1.99 or something like that.
This tastes like you're drinking sugar.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like drinking sugar, get you some.
Yeah, the pink is I think the clear fourth place for us here.
Yeah. Well, and it also has the highest expectations. Everyone knows pink is everybody's favorite Starburst.
Right.
At no point have I ever heard anyone like, bleh, pink Starburst. Like,
no, and like I said earlier, there's pre-workouts and amino supplements
that strategically try to make it.
That aren't using the licensed official flavor that I think executed better than the actual licensed flavor does.
There you go.
So yeah, thank you to the guys at Cellucor for sending these out.
Thank you so much. It's super fun.
How would you think these rank against other energy drinks? So like the Mega Energy ones.
I've already told you, there's not that many that I like. I have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
When we do these taste tests and then we put the rest in the fridge, very rarely do I go back and drink them.
Yeah.
The ones that I've gone back and drank was the America, what was it, cream soda?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cream soda. Delicious. Wanted that again. I will want this strawberry again. Yeah. I will want the red. Did I say strawberry? Cherry. Cherry. Heaven forbid. I want the red C4 Starburst one. I will definitely drink that again.
We also tried the Ghost energy drinks.
No, I didn't drink any of those again.
I thought you liked either the blue Raz one or the red one, the red Sour Heads one.
I don't remember drinking it again.
Okay.
But I might have.
Yeah, I thought one.
Very rarely do I go back into the fridge and drink them again.
The Alani new ones we did not.
I didn't drink any of those again. And I see those at my school. People drink those all the time.
It's a chick brand, that's why.
Yeah, but just because you're a chick doesn't mean you don't have a good taste. It doesn't taste good.
They fall for the marketing.
Fall for this marketing. This one actually tastes good.
Agreed.
So anyways.
Yeah. So, all right. That's our thought on those 4 pairs. So, yeah, guys, if you have any comments about or questions about the energy drink line or some other energy drinks you would like us to try, leave us a comment down below and we can get those onto the channel.
Sounds good. All right, buddy.
Starting early. Hey, I'm literally debating grabbing some of those.
Okay. Grab the red. And you know what? Do me a favor and grab the yellow and see if you're as torn about it as I am. Because I think they taste completely different.
Who is coming on here to give a thumbs down so quick? So I'm guessing Saware to have a thumbs down. Let me see if I can pull it up on YouTube to see if somebody put.
Wait, what?
I'm trying to think who would put a thumbs down on this.
Is it someone who...
Oh, yeah. Somebody immediately jumped on and did a thumbs down. Okay, yeah. 3 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down thus far into the video. All right. Good stuff. All right. Well, everybody right now, hit the like button and thumbs up and give the middle finger to the one person I voted thumbs down.
Did I like Ghost? He's talking about Ghost. Did I like Ghost?
Let's see. These are awesome. Very competitive flavor to Ghost. Still not a better profile than Ghost. C4 Super Brain is cool too. Yeah, I would agree. The ingredient profile on this is it's 200 milligrams of caffeine. That's it. Right. All the other stuff on there. The Ghost profile is better. The America Energy profile is better too. Both of those.
Did I like one of the Ghosts?
Yeah, you did.
Did I go back and finish it? Mango, that's the big question.
There was mango. There was tropical.
Oh, yes. Okay, mango one. I think I remember mango.
Yeah.
Okay, if I go back in the fridge and I try it again, that tells me whether or not it's worth it to me. And I bypassed a lot of energy drinks that we try. I'm like, nah, we're good.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't need that.
I just bought a case of C4 Smart Energy Cotton Candy. I liked it as an afternoon pick-me-up. Have you tried the C4 Super Brain Smart Energy, and how would you compare it if you have?
I would love to try that.
I think the Super Brain is kind of the offshoot from what the Smart Energy was that I tried. Like they had C4 Smart Energy and then they rebranded it to Super Brain Smart Energy or something. So
Super is more powerful. Robert.
Yeah, so let me pull up the profile real quick and we can see. Let's see.
Ooh.
No, that's not it.
That says, it says C4 Smart Energy Carbonated. So Smart Energy is not the same as Super Brain.
I think it is.
Maybe that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah, but see, it's got.
It looks like a rocket pop flavor.
150 milligrams or 200 milligrams of caffeine from Innova Tea, which is fancy naturally sourced caffeine. Here,
okay.
I'll pull this up real quick.
Okay.
C4 Smart Energy. All right. Again, here's my issues. We have this nice fancy patented version of Cognizin, which they used to fully disclose on the old C4 Smart Energy things that we used to have, and you were getting a full dose on it. Here,
you read the label,
we know dick all here. Because look, you got it, and it's just in a big.
And where is it in? I mean, you
right there. But I mean, it's after carbonated water, malic acid, citric acid. So I mean. Half the entire thing is carbonated water. So you have no idea how much it is. So caffeine, we know there's 200 milligrams. So you could be getting a full 250 milligrams.
Yeah, there's more than 200, right?
Yeah, so you could be getting a full 250 milligrams. So that's
greater
good.
than or equal to.
But put that on the damn...
Yeah, be proud of yourself.
Yeah, you've got a full quality dose in there. Now, again, the N-acetyl L-tyrosine, you're getting maybe 125 milligrams, maybe 50 milligrams. We don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, if you've got a full serving of the...
Don't be scared.
Yeah. Show people what you got.
All right.
And they're out of stock on that. But yeah, I mean, it's 200 milligrams is nice. That's a good amount for an energy drink. 250 Cognizin. I love that ingredient. That's my preferred form of choline.
Yeah.
But give us a quality amount of tyrosine.
Okay. Does tyrosine taste bad? Or is it expensive?
No.
Because
like regular L-tyrosine, the reason they're using N-acetyl L-tyrosine is because it's more water soluble than L-tyrosine.
Oh, okay.
So there's theories that you can get by with a lower dose because it's more water soluble. That's not really true. Okay. That hasn't really held up. At least we don't have any research to back that up. At least at this point. But I still want 500 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams. Give me that at a bare minimum.
Well, I'm just saying that now that you started working with companies and you start to understand the pricing of how to actually, you might understand a little bit more why they do certain things the way they do.
Yeah, I do.
I'm just saying. I'm here to give reason to Robert.
Thank you you are very welcome, Oscar. Thank you for the question.
Boom.
All right, guys, you got any other questions? Feel free to post them up. We will be here to answer anything and everything. And we have a bourbon tasting come on up in a little bit. But
let's do it.
Let's go ahead and get to your rant right now, Sandy.
You want me to do my rant?
You are.
I like how you're making the category food and drink when I'm not going to rant about food and drink.
No.
You want to talk about when I went to the grocery store?
I mess around. So on the back end, guys, you can't see this, but in StreamYard, when you're simultaneously broadcasting to YouTube and Twitch, you can actually go into the Twitch settings and mess around with the categories. So you can do talk shows, podcasts, just chatting, sports, fitness and health, art, food and drink, politics.
The problem is we do all those. So
I was just during the middle of the live stream, I'll just switch around the categories just to see if it pulls in other people into the viewing, just to see what happens. I hear you.
You got to advertise.
So
let's tell you about something that happened to me at the grocery store. Robert wanted oranges for his old fashions. So I go to the grocery store and...
That wasn't the reason you went to the grocery store. You went because you needed more decongestant.
I needed more decongestant. It's allergy season.
It wasn't my fault you went to the grocery store.
But I was there to get oranges. And if I didn't have to get oranges, this would have never happened. It's okay. I'm glad it happened. I'm glad it happened. I learned something about humanity. I learned something about humanity. And you can learn yesterday?
No, it was Monday.
You just unplugged a device from the audio jack.
Yeah, it's fine. We're still good. They can still hear us. That was
sure?
just the headphones.
Okay. So here's the thing. I go to the grocery store and I see 3 different types of oranges. So I call Robert. I say, hey, we got 3 different types of oranges. There's like a tangerine thing. There's like a cara, and then there's like navel oranges. What do you want? He says, I don't know, scratch kind of the skin and smell it and see which one has the most juices. And that's the one I want for my old fashioned because I only use it, for the rim. I said, okay. So I'm on the phone with them and I'm like, no, not this one. Oh yeah, cara. This is a really good one. And the man next to me screams at me, literally screams at me. And he goes, do you mind stopping? Would you just stop? And I said, I'm sorry. Are you talking to me? And he said, you are spewing your juices all over the produce. You don't even have a mask on. You are endangering the lives of everyone in here. And you're just shouting away on your phone. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. You are right. I was yelling on the phone. I didn't think about being over the produce, shouting. That was very inconsiderate. But my face was like, what you are screaming at me, dude. I was like, you are right. This was very inconsiderate of me. I didn't think about it. I'm sorry. And just so we're clear, I was really nice because I'm acting exactly like I acted. I was like, I am sorry. I was inconsiderate. You are right. I should have thought better. He's like, yeah. And dude, I don't even know what he said because Robert started talking. He's like, what is going on? I was like, I don't want to say anything. Because I don't want to be rude and I don't want to keep talking on the phone while the man was like yelling at me for talking on my phone.
So I can talk to him.
You think he's going to use my phone, the man who's scared?
Well, it would have been funny to do that.
So I was like, okay, let me just let you go. And so I don't even know if I was still on the phone with you when he started. Anyways, so we get done and I was like, okay, well, I hope you have a nice day. Like, have a great day. And he said, you know what? You know what it means nowadays when people tell you to have a great day? It means to, and he doesn't, like, I'm just going to curse right now. He's like, it means to fuck off. It means you're telling someone to fuck off. And I was like, I'm just going to let you know.
No, they don't.
I don't think that's not what I mean when I say have a great day. I don't think that's what people mean when they say have a great day. I was literally telling you to, like, I was smiling and telling you to have a great day. He's like, and he starts mumbling under his breath. And I said, oh, sir, at this point, you don't need to mumble under your breath. I mean, we can engage in a pleasant conversation if you're interested. And he's like, yeah, you just go around endangering people. And I was like, okay, well, have a great day. He's like, yeah, fuck off too. Fuck you too. I was like, in the middle of the grocery store. This is like 5:00 in the afternoon. There's children walking around and nobody, I'm like trying to make eye contact with other people. Like, is anyone we're not going to think this is weird that this man is like screaming at me with like a visceral hatred. I was minding and I was like smiling and being nice and telling him to have a great day. And he told me to F off and he walked away. And I just thought, that man is so afraid and so angry, like his fear. I'm sorry. We just watched Star Wars where Yoda was Anakin Skywalker. And it was like,
Vincent, we're retelling a story.
I know. So. I'm sorry. I don't want to curse, but the man cursed at me and you don't understand what it felt like unless I actually use the real words. Because if I just say F off too, like, it's weird.
Vitriol and hatred.
He had hatred. He had hatred in his voice. And I thought it was really weird. And so I was thinking about in Star Wars, Yoda says fear leads to anger and anger leads to hatred and hatred leads to suffering. And so I was like, dude, this guy hates me.
Completely off his rocker.
He doesn't know me and he hates me because I'm not wearing a mask. And that's like the only criteria he needs to completely treat me like I don't have any dignity, like that I'm not even a human being, just to curse me out. Mm. And the second thing that made me sad was that his idea of have a great day and smiling is equivalent to F off. Not even the letter F, the actual curse word F off. Like he thinks have a great day is the same thing. Is that what society has come to? That we can't even be genuinely nice and treat each other with decency? And so I walked away just thinking people's fear, like he is worried about protecting society, right? That was the argument originally made. And yet here he is cursing in the middle of a grocery store, hating someone, making everyone really uncomfortable and kind of scared. Whereas I was smiling and telling someone to have a great day. And no, I wasn't wearing a mask. You tell me who was making society a worse place. Who was making society a scarier place to live? His blood pressure probably was more of a danger to him than me talking on the phone in front of an orange produce section, and I don't even have COVID. Just throwing that out there. Everyone seems to think that.
Don't even say that word because that gets demonetized.
Oh, sorry.
Don't even say that word.
Sorry. Well, I'm just saying I'm not sick. Like, I'm not even sick, and you're like worried, and I'm not even, like, I'm just a healthy person. It's like getting mad at a dog who's like house trained, and you're like, they have rabies. And like, dude, it's a house dog. Like, it doesn't have rabies. Like, it has rabies. I'm like, it doesn't have rabies, so it's okay. It's a house dog. It's been inside its whole life. Yeah. So it was weird.
Brooke, to your point, no.
Sorry.
If anything has shown us over the past year and a half, people have no idea how germs work.
By the way, it was oranges. It wasn't even the apples. You peel it.
Oh, yeah, you wash it.
You take it off.
But, like, we were at church a couple Sundays ago, and they said, we pray for the eradication of the...
Yeah, they prayed for something that can't happen. Like, you can't eradicate something. Yeah. Like, you do know how...
Are your hands perfectly sterile? So when you go to do this number... and you put it in your pocket, and then you come up and you do this number to move it.
Yeah, he kept touching his mask and then touching the produce. I was like, I feel like that's
I understand there's germs there, right, buddy?
That's okay. So anyways, I just want you to know, I went through that. I got cursed out in the grocery store.
Yeah.
For him. He wanted oranges.
Yeah, can you protect? Yeah. Yeah, he had the choice to stay home.
That's the other thing. If you're that scared and you're that strongly opinionated about it, you don't have to go to the grocery store. It's not illegal what I was doing. It's legal where we are to walk around without a mask. So I have every right to do that.
It's legal everywhere to walk around. People are just being cheap as these mandates, which aren't actually laws.
I'm just saying, I think it was weird that...
Story for another day. Let's get off the topic.
Okay, let's get off the topic. I just want you to know, humanity, don't give up, guys. Let's treat each other with decency.
What do you think is the best energy drink regarding profiling?
I know. What's the name of it?
Yes, I would say...
No, mine.
America Energy or Ghost.
Neither of those are what I was going to say.
We're talking flavor and dosing of ingredients. It's those two.
What's the one I like? Zero power. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I think it's weird that it's called zero power because it makes it sound like there's no power. But they're really yummy. They're my favorite. And
Zero performance.
See, I don't know what they're called. Zero performance?
Yeah, zero performance.
I don't know. They taste really good. They've got a tart berry. They've got, you know what? I don't even remember the flavors because it's been so long.
Yeah.
I really like those. Wait, are those good for performance or something? I mean, Ghost and what was the other one you said?
America.
They're fine, but I only like one or two flavors of each.
Drink.
Love that thing. They taste so good. Okay, share the screen.
300 alpha GPC, 250 tyrosine, 250 caffeine. That is a solid. That is
because it tastes good. Yeah, peach crisp and purely passion. Oh my god, so good.
Well, I'm wondering, do they still make them?
Do they not make them anymore? I'm gonna freak out if they don't.
No, you don't, because you don't buy them.
Well, you buy them.
Why are you screaming?
Again, because I'm spraying my juices everywhere. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're so good, guys. And they only make 4 flavors for a reason.
They were really good. But I don't see them at any of the stores, and I don't walk in any of these places. I mean, I don't order energy drinks online. You go on their website, and there's not a spot. It says order now, but they're not actually listed on the website. So.
Huh. Well, they need to get their act together because I think they're really good.
There's not like an order now button on the website. Here, I'll share the screen. So
share the screen.
See that I'm not making things up.
Let's share the screen because I really like these. I think they're delicious. Super good. See, look, we want to buy the peach crisp because it's delicious. I want to buy you.
Products. All right, so they list them all here.
Uh-huh.
The Tart Breaker and I think the Purely Passion were our 2 favorites.
No, Peach Crisp and Purely Passion were our 2 favorites. You liked Tart Breaker because you like tart things.
Yes, I do.
These are delicious.
All right, so click that.
And then how do you buy it? You can't. But it's good.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the profile on it's solid. You get 250 caffeine.
Right.
You get 300 alpha GPC and 250 of alpha GPC, like I said earlier, and that's great.
There's something wrong with me that every time I find something that I love, it's like they're gone. They're gone. There you go, Brody Lane. What?
Is that a vitamin shop or something?
I don't know. Where do they sell them? Arbitrium. Yeah, but like, where? It doesn't tell me the name of the store.
Must be a vitamin shop there.
Okay, well, vitamin shop it is. Weird.
Yeah, vitamin shop. That's what it is. Because there's one right across the street from La Madeline.
All right. Well, there we go.
Pick up in store, yeah.
Well, just so you know, Purely Passion is delicious. So is Peach Crisp, and they're amazing. Yeah, check that out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would still go with Ghost or America Energy.
Okay, to each his own.
Choose that. So.
I think they taste delicious. Okay.
Are you guys parents? Yes. I have my parents. That's good. But I'm still with my parents. Good. Tell your parents hi for us, Vincent. I drink vitamins. Because I have to calm down.
Do vitamins calm you down? I don't think that's how they work, dude.
No.
Not to be, well, I mean, placebo effect.
Magnesium might.
Who am I to tell you, right? Like, placebo can help. There was a study done for placebo, right? And it was like for anxiety in teenagers, and 70% were on placebo or something. Like there were like 70% of the people on placebo had positive results from the nothing, because it was just they So just so you know, placebo's powerful.
Anything with nootropic benefits goes to the top of my list. Yeah. Even then, if you're a pinch, go for an energy drink, but it's going to be much more economical, and you're going to get much better dosages to just buy a powder and then mix up a serving of stuff on your own.
Starship blows?
Yes. Fernando Rarada. I've been taking collagen, probiotics, and prebiotics for over a year. I've noticed supplement companies coming out with both. Do you think these supplement companies' products will have a major benefit over Vital Protein, collagen, and seed symbiotic, prebiotic, and probiotic?
These are good questions.
What
do you think, bud?
So collagen, you want a mix of collagens. The most abundant in the body are going to be type 1, type 2, and type 3. Most of the hydrolyzed collagens on the market are going to have mostly types 1 and type 3. So that's what you're going to be getting from Vital Protein collagens. You take a joint supplement, something like UC2 collagen or collagen 2 XS. That's giving you the type 2 chicken sternal cartilage, type 2 collagen. So you want at least to supplement with those 3. There's a bunch of other different collagens, but those are like the 3 heavy hitters in the body. As far as a probiotic, the science is really mixed on that, and that's a very individual scenario. Yeah. So are you having gut issues? Do you have issues digesting your food? Do you find yourself bloated a lot? What kind of foods are you eating? What does your diet look like? What's your stress levels like?
But didn't you say that the gut, like the probiotics, not just for like your gut health and stuff, but for your sickness, like your wellness, like if you get sick or if you're healthy, doesn't it have some kind of connection to that too?
Well, the gut affects the immune system.
That's it. It affects the immune system.
It has a huge impact on the immune system.
Right.
But now let's say you take a probiotic supplement. I don't know the quality of that probiotic, the way it's stored, because a lot of the ones that are just like dried on the store shelves, they're dead. They're not going to do anything. So you're going to drink them and you're just going to poop them out. They're not going to colonize. So
that's funny.
A lot of the probiotic strains need to be refrigerated, or they have to have they're stored in a very particular way.
Like the yogurt. They don't
get died. Yeah. Go back and listen. There's a Supplement Engineer podcast I did with Dr. Gabrielle Fondero. She goes into, we touch on probiotic supplements and their utility and application to everyday individuals. And because like if your body is in good working order, it's not going to utilize those probiotics anyway, because it doesn't have a use for it. Everything's healthy, functioning well, and all that stuff. So there's not like a blanket answer. And I know Cage Muscle just came out with some super probiotic. They're claiming XYZ over this. And there's a few other patented probiotic blends that are out on the market, or like Nutrigen, I think, has the ProDura in there. SteelFed has a lactospore probiotic complex in their Steel Greens.
But
and so
you just said that those are dried.
Yeah, well, that's because they are created in a certain way that they are shelf stable.
Okay.
At room temperature.
Okay.
So might they have some benefit? Yes, but were you having any GI issues before you started taking the probiotics? So that's something to consider. My thing is always start with eliminating all the processed crap, or as much processed crap as you can from your diet. Get as many whole foods in there, and then start playing with ingredient combinations of food. So do you find that, like, if you have broccoli, is it all broccoli? I mean, don't eat 12 ounces of broccoli at once if you're not used to eating any broccoli. Try an ounce of broccoli, then try 2 ounces of broccoli. If you get up to like 6 ounces of broccoli and you think that doesn't feel so good, dial it back down to maybe 3 ounces, and then add in a different vegetable and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of times when people want to start eating healthy, they go from not eating anything to eating like 6 pounds of vegetables a day,
and then they wonder why their stomach is crazy.
Right.
I mean, you
just slammed it. I mean, it's the equivalent of not exercising to go and doing like 24 sets of chest and back in one day, and you're going to cripple yourself. And that it doesn't. That's.
And then you're like, I can't. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah, healthy eating doesn't work. It's not that.
Is that it?
Yeah. You got to work your way into everything. Same people that don't eat meat for years, then they go and try and like gorge on a steak,
and then they say meat's bad for them.
Yeah. So it's work your way in. If you find certain foods, there's plenty of other delicious tasting foods out there that have just as many, if not more, health promoting properties than other foods do. So don't get married to a single food. And I'm just not a big believer in probiotics. Prebiotics are certain types of fibers that you're going to get from fruits and vegetables, and there's some other prebiotic fibers that you will find. Like there's some prebiotic fibers in Glaxon's green supplements and a couple of the other green supplements on the market because it helps slow the digestion and make sure it just doesn't fly through your system.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point.
Yeah, but Vital Protein Collagen is a fine protein. You can check out the Wonder Collagen from Glaxon. That's a decent one. I'm trying to think. Advanced Molecular Labs has 2 collagen supplements. One's their joint cocktail. One is their hair, skin, and nails cocktail. One Up Nutrition releases a collagen product. I think Bomar Nutrition has some collagen products as well. But yeah, get a mix of them and go from one of those companies. But Vital Protein is more than fine.
Yeah.
How's school going, Sandy?
Teaching is super fun. So today was the PSAT where all the students had to take the PSAT, and the teachers got I got a whole day off, and I was gonna hang out with Robert, but then I realized I had a lot of work to do, and I did so much work all day today, just working, and I'm ready for Tuesday of next week. That's how far ahead I am planning. So kids are like, "What are we doing next week?" I'm like, "Great question." I'm making it up as I go along because I don't like any of the textbooks really. So I kind of go off the cuff. I kind of teach what I feel like teaching, and then I make worksheets, and then I have to make answer keys to make sure there's no typos. So it's that's what I do.
There you go.
Yeah. What?
This is something I owe you a deep dive into, Brooke, and I have not had a second to actually look into the difference between Chemix and Morphogen and Emodin. So I don't want to get in over my head with saying which one or the other, the way the ingredients work. I have a very surface level knowledge of the ingredient, but I would rather save that for when I can actually speak with a little bit more
I think that's a good idea.
knowledge. Yeah, I don't want to speak out of my ass or speak out of turn.
I don't want you to either.
Yes.
No ass speaking.
Totally choose.
Yeah.
The ACT over the SAT.
Yeah, I think the ACT was more straightforward. But the weird thing is, and I'm convinced, and I was telling another teacher this today, so I feel like all of those tests, the PSAT, the SAT, the ACT, they're just IQ tests. I mean, like if you have a really high IQ, you're going to do well on those. And then if you're just like a normal human being, you have to study really, really hard to do well on those. And it's like, what's the point? They're not indicators of how you're going to do in college. I think they're outdated, and I think they need to get rid of them. 100%. That's how I feel.
Brooke, speaking of Caged, they claim best omega. Caged claims a lot of things. The best creatine, the best glutamine, the microencapsulated glutamine bullshit. Just wondering your thought on a good brand. I heard Wiley's Finest was pretty squared away. I would look at brands that pretty much make omega-3s like their livelihood. So something like Nordic Naturals is my go-to. That's all that company does.
Okay.
That's what their whole thing was that.
It's like if you're going to buy mushroom stuff, go to
I'm going to...
What's his name? State. You
could go to Paul Stamets.
Yeah. Paul Stamets.
And go use his, but he uses mycelium. He doesn't use the fruiting body powders. I like the fruiting bodies more than the mycelium.
Do you?
Yes.
I thought that the mycelium was more powerful.
Not necessarily, because think about it. It might be, but look, when you're getting the mycelium powder, they grow mycelium on organic grains. So 2/3 of that powder is just like ground up oats or rice.
Oh.
Only 1/3 of that is actual mycelium.
Okay.
Whereas if you're getting the fruiting body powder, it's all fruiting body. There's no filler, fluff, or anything. It's 100% mushroom in there. Whereas 33% of the thing you're getting is actual like mushroom.
Fancy food. We're watching this documentary on fungi. It's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, I would look at that. And usually it helps if there's packaged with some kind of antioxidants, either like vitamin C or mixed tocopherols, like a vitamin E blend or something like that, that helps preserve the thing and combat any oxidation if it's exposed to, light heat or any of those kind of things. Plus, it also helps maybe sometimes counteract some of the fishy burps. If they put some like lemon oil with it or orange oil or something like that.
Some of those are bad. We've had brands where I'm like,
yeah. So that one, Nordic Naturals is the brand we would go with. If you're looking for a plant source, you can look at ahi flour from SteelFit has a blend of that. It's a plant source one, which has got a little bit better conversion rate in the body than if you're getting your plant-based omega-3s from something like walnut, chia seeds, or flax seeds, or any of those kind of things. Thorne is another good brand. Life Extension is always a quality brand to go with stuff. I'm sure the Caged one is fine, but I don't know. Caged Muscle, especially with their glutamine claims and their micro-encapsulated creatine and all that stuff, we don't need to improve creatine anymore. Take 5 grams of the shit every day. It's stood the test of time for decades. Quit
Yeah.
with creatine. Just leave it alone.
Like that's like messing with push-ups and pull-ups.
Yeah, just it works.
It does its thing, guys.
We're trying to tweak it. The science component was my jam.
That's so funny because that was my like least. I'm not good at. You know what's funny is I don't know. It's like some test you have to take when you're like a freshman in high school or something. And they have a category that's like data reading or something like map skills, like reading a map. And I scored in like the 8th percentile out of 100. And like all my other ones were like 90 percentile. My mom's like, how'd you get in the 8th percentile for like map reading? I was like, I don't know. I'm not really good at like looking at and figure out. So quite literally, I'm like special ed on like the map reading, the graph reading, which you would think is like, oh, for math. It's like, yeah, but the math I do isn't graphs. It's like the math I do is like analysis. Like I'm just doing proofs and stuff. So no, I'm not good at my brain. No bueno with the like graphs and stuff.
Oh, math is fun.
See, I'm okay with math.
We love math.
You know what's really weird though is I was talking to some guy who's a math tutor and he's really good at math. And he said something like, oh, I'm bad at writing papers. I said, time out. How are you bad at writing papers? It's literally like a formula. Like you input the variables, whatever it is you're writing about, and you just keep there's like a formula for writing a letter of recommendation. There's like a formula for writing a 5-paragraph essay. There's like a formula for certain, you just, topic sentence, detail, add a quote, closing sentence, first, it's like just plug in the variables. So I always thought English was really similar to math. There are grammar rules, just like there's it made sense to me. I actually went to state for district rally, district rally and state rally. I went to state for English, which I always thought was weird because I was always a math person, but I think English is mathematical.
Yeah.
What are we looking at?
I brought up the fish oil from Caged Muscle.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, I've had Chris Gethin from Caged Muscle on the podcast before. He was nice enough. I mean, this is a guy that was a pro bodybuilder.
Yeah.
He's a millionaire several times over with his brand and stuff. So, I mean, it's anytime like you got these big shots that come on the podcast, so it's always nice. So I don't like saying negative things about the brands, but like there's a lot of hype and marketing stuff on here. And that was true.
It turns you off. You don't like hype, crazy marketing.
Yeah, or just like when you have products like their pre-workout, it's still got BCAAs in it. What the heck? This is 2021, people. BCAAs and pre-workouts is 2013, 2015 shenanigans.
I can't believe you just said that. Stuff. I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah, I know.
What are you like? That's so last year.
Exactly.
Well, just like the chick from Clueless.
The science has evolved to the point now where we know that BCAAs and pre-workouts don't do shit.
And that is why I like math. Because it's not like math changed in 2013 and now I've got to change it. Yeah. Science is confusing because you're always changing it based on new information because of the scientific method, and it's all based on observation and all experimentation. It drives me bananas. That's confusing.
A couple of things to the on the good side of this. It is a high EPA DHA content. So, it says total fish oils here. And so you're getting 3 grams, you think, oh, that's great. But a lot of the times, like the EPA and DHA contents of this aren't all that high to where the omega-3 portions that we're getting here, it's 2 grams. So you're getting 66, 67% of actual omega-3,
nice.
Where other fish oils will be like 30 to 40%. And so for some like the mass market brands, like you might get at Sam's or the grocery store or something like that. And that's what they're even saying that here. And that is true. They're not lying with this. This is definitely true.
That's good marketing.
Yeah. Bovine gelatin, I don't think that doesn't really matter at all. If it's bovine gelatin capsules or fish gelatin capsules, who cares? Odorless, yeah, you don't want that. I've tried a bunch of different fish oils over the years. I don't think I've ever had one that actually had a fishy smell to it.
I don't think I've ever taken the time to smell it, but I can tell you the burps.
Yeah. So I mean, this is a quality one. I would know because Caged Muscle like uses the vegan sourced everything and the patented ingredients whenever they can. So yeah, it's a quality one. Is it going to be better than something like Nordic Naturals when they have a quality formula? They've been doing it for decades. I don't know about that. So yeah, this is a fine option if you can find it on discount code or something. Yeah, go for it. But do I think it's superior to something like a Nordic Naturals or a Thorn brand or something? No. So yeah, that's what I was talking about. Oh, this is the fermented gluten. Oh, did they get rid of the micro-encapsulated gluten?
There you go, Robert. They listen to you.
I doubt that. No.
Ew. Duck feathers and human hair. That's the gross. Do people do that?
You can synthesize amino acids from those things. Hog fur.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good. Reminds me of like the Civil War days when you eat your boots.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Opinions on types of fish and omega quality. Cod, mackerel, anchovy, sardine. If you're going for fatty fish, go for a wild-caught salmon. We've got some wild-caught salmon. You can find it even in like the freezer section at Sam's. Like don't go for the Atlantic farm-raised kind.
Pacific.
If you're somebody that has never eaten fish before and you don't have a budget, like you don't want to go and spend the money on the Pacific wild-caught.
You mean you do have a budget?
Yeah, if you're on a budget, but you're somebody that doesn't eat a lot of fish.
Yeah.
And you're looking just to clean up your diet, go for whatever salmon you can afford. Okay, this is the kind of same things. Like if you can't eat, grass-fed, sustainably sourced chickens that eat their own poop to stay alive and they play and frolic in the rainbows and sunshine and all that shit. No, that's the wrong message teaching people. So think about it for where you're coming from.
Okay.
All right, so if you've never eaten fish before, don't get mired in all this shit. Just start trying to incorporate fish in some way, shape, or form. And I don't care if it's canned tuna. Just figure out some way to incorporate it into your diet. All right, so that's base level.
You don't need a halo effect.
Yeah, or just get like the canned or the packaged little salmon like that. That's Pacific wild-caught salmon. Go for that. Okay, if you're just getting into it. Second level. Then you can start looking into, hey, where do I want to get it? If you're not sure about cooking your own fish yet, you can go and get the little salmon pouches that have the wild-caught salmon. You can do anchovies and sardines. Yeah, those are totally fine. Good sources of omega-3s there.
You don't have to worry about mercury.
Correct, yeah. Whitefish, mahi-mahi's my preferred whitefish. Cod's also good too.
Is it good?
Yeah, but those are really lean. They don't have, I wouldn't consider them as a big omega-3 source. My omega-3 heavy hitters are going to be the Pacific, Atlantic, wild, Alaskan salmon, anchovies, sardines, mackerel, all of those.
Do shellfish have any kind of beneficial quality? Like oysters or shrimp or
oysters,
crabs?
They're high in zinc.
Are they high in something?
Yeah, shrimp are high in iodine, but they're really low in fat. They don't have a lot of fat. And some people say like don't eat them. They're bottom feeders. They eat shit off the floor and like they're just the garbage. They're a good source. They're like super lean source of protein.
Wait, come out there.
No fat, and they're really high in iodine.
Wait, people don't like shrimp because they eat poo, but people put poo in their fertilizer, and then plants. So plants grow from poo.
Yeah.
So do those people not eat like plants?
People don't think that they figure out one thing and then they fixate on it.
I'm just saying. I know. I watched the Magic School Bus. I know stuff. Okay. The old one.
Yeah, the original.
The old Magic School Bus. The
OG one.
The OG. Miss Frizzle has frizzy hair.
$5 donation from Brooke. Thank you, Brooke. Thanks for everything you do.
You're the best, Brooke.
Saucy story.
I felt pretty good about my grocery store story, but I don't know if I have a saucy story. Do I have a saucy story?
We might. I don't know. While you think on that,
I always have stories.
We're gonna do our bourbon head-to-head for this week. Focus, Dan. Okay.
I think you should. Did you change the thing to be like food and alcohol?
No, because
you should change it to food and alcohol.
We're on food and drink.
Oh, we are on food and drink.
Beverage.
Who knew?
Okay, so Justin and I have talked about this before. Weller Special Reserve. Like this is the highly sought after weeded bourbon. So it comes from.
Is that what I drank yesterday?
No, this comes from the Buffalo Trace Distillery. It is a weeded bourbon, as we've said on here a bunch of times before.
Weeder, sweeter.
Yes, weeder bourbons are sweeter because they don't have rye. Typical bourbons are corn, rye, malted barley. Mm-hmm. With a weeder, they remove the rye and insert wheat. Okay, so Weller is like all Buffalo Trace products. It's grown enormous in popularity. It's very hard to find. Luckily, we get a decent amount of Weller around here where we live around Austin. So I can find it at retail value. So like this is a 90 proof bourbon. I can find it on the shelf. I just sent Justin 4 bottles of it. I found each of these for $24.99. I got a handle of this for $40. But you see it on secondary prices like here. I'll pull up.
What do you mean by secondary prices?
Reselling websites on the internet.
You mean like someone buys the alcohol and then sells it?
Uh-huh.
People do that?
Yes.
Okay.
For like super rare bottles, but even like this is coming hard to find by. Like, all right, so Weller Special Reserve on Bourbon Central. Here, I'll share the screen with everybody so they can see what in the world I'm talking about.
So this is like a bit. Do people try to make money off this?
Oh yeah, that's what's a horrible thing about the secondary market. Where like usually it would be just like, hey, if you're looking for a bottle, I will just go out and buy it. You cover like JoJo did for us, like with the Eagle Rare, another Buffalo Trace product.
But these people are trying to make a buck off of the low
yeah.
supply, high demand of these alcohols.
Right. And so look, this is All right, so this is the 750 bottle, which we can find for $24.99 here on the shelf.
We find it for 24.
Yes.
Lord.
And it's $65 here.
From this human.
$70 here.
Who are these people? Are these people or are these like...
These are websites that...
Oh my gosh. Someone makes their living off of this.
Yeah, or a company does, yeah.
Oh, look, Robert, it's discounted. It was $89.99. Like, dog, you can get it for $64.99, even though we bought it for $24.99.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Right. So, but this is an exceptionally easy sipping whiskey. It's delicious. I had tried other weeded bourbons before, so we tried Larceny.
Oh, you are setting the standard high, friend.
Right. So, Maker's, Larceny, Rebel, Yell 100, those are all weeded bourbons. They're all very easy to find, for honest. I don't like Maker's Mark that much. So I thought initially I didn't like weeded bourbons. Then I tried the Rebel 100. Love that. Tried Larceny. Love that too. So we've got the Weller, and then Justin told me, hey, you should try this.
Okay.
And I said, okay, I will. And I immediately tried. It's really good.
Okay.
Is it worth paying $70 on some secondary site for like this? No,
that's
not
crazy.
Even close. No, not at all. So I was at Total Wine last week.
Yeah.
I walk right in. Usually they've got some little girl selling like...
Yeah, she has shots. Would you like a shot of tequila?
It's like
yes.
hard seltzer, tequila, vodka. And I say, no, thank you.
I say yes.
Because I know I'm not going to go buy it, and I don't want to waste their time with them doing their whole spiel if I know I'm not going to buy it.
I feel bad not drinking their stuff. I'm trying to be a nice person.
Right.
And look them in the eye and say, yes, I will have your free shot of tequila.
Yeah. So I walked in last week. This older guy was saying, hey, sir, would you like to try some bourbon? Yes, I would.
That's the right question.
Walked in. We have...
This is really what you tried?
Yes.
And then you bought it?
The McFarlane's Reserve, or McFarlane. I don't know how you want to say it. So, in 1791, President George Washington signed the whiskey tax into law and appointed General John Neville as the collector of the revenues.
Is that true?
In the summer of 1794, Major James McFarlane and his band of whiskey rebels descended on Bower Hill, General Neville's majestic West Pennsylvania estate, in protest of the tax.
Oh!
On the second day of the standoff, a white flag was waved from Neville's mansion, and McFarlane, assuming the government had surrendered, stepped out in the open and was shot dead. McFarlane's death further radicalized the resistance, inciting additional violent clashes with the government, which ultimately quelled the Whiskey Rebellion in the fall of 1794.
I need to look this up, the Whiskey Rebellion.
McFarlane's brave stand, however, is a lasting tribute to American passion and our intimate and storied history with our native spirit.
I mean, you think Washington would have known better than to tax alcohol. We just got through fighting the British for stamp taxes. I mean, tea taxes. We don't like taxes on our stuff.
Yes. So...
Damn, I'm looking that up.
And so this is a 90 proof weeded bourbon. So I asked the guy, he said, all right, so one of the guys that used to be one of the big shots over at Maker's Mark had a hand in doing this. And this is now a house brand of Total Wine. So this will always be on the shelf.
Oh!
So this bottle of bourbon, 90 proof, weeded bourbon.
I'm excited to try it because I liked the story. I want to know if his children are around.
$20.
If there's like descendants of Neville.
Yes. Okay, so this is $20 compared to the Weller.
25.
Okay,
so like the same.
You can never find that.
Oh.
You can always find this. Let me see what the age on
okay.
Weller.
I'm going to look up the Whiskey Rebellion of 1794.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking that up.
All right, it's believed to be aged anywhere from 4 to 7 years is what the Weller Special Reserve is. So this is 3 years.
Okay.
The Weller Special Reserve is 4 to 7 years. Okay.
Okay. Let's do this.
And so this age minimum 3 years, 90 proof.
I want to drink it.
And so I tried this at the store. I like this more than Maker's. So the guy from Maker's was involved with doing this. So,
but you like this one better.
Yes. All right. So I've got 2 glasses here.
Okay.
They're both labeled. I know which the letters mean. I don't remember which glass is which though. So.
Okay, I'm going to drink it.
All right.
It smells sweet.
Yes. I do get whiskey history lesson. That's what we aim here. Educate and inebriate. That's going to be our slogan. Inebriation and education.
Yes! Yes. Wait, did Benjamin Franklin drink or not? I've been spouting the story of the Junto Club where he and his friends would sit at a bar and talk about ideas. I wanted a Junto Club of myself. I want a Junto Club. That's where they came up with the idea for the public library and for the fire department. Those didn't exist before the Junto Club.
Okay, so you get anything on the nose?
It's delicious. It's sweet. Okay. I really like it. It's got good.
Okay.
What's that called? Tail?
It's lasting.
Legs!
Mouthfeel?
Legs. Mouthfeel. I don't really know. I don't know what it's called.
Okay, so it lasts. It hangs around. It doesn't just dissipate unless
No, it's
real
really
thin.
like it's like a
stays.
caramel finish.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this the one is this a different one?
Yeah. So this says a minimum of 3 years, so it could have a little bit older juice in it, but it's got at least 3
Well, I
years
liked
on
the
it.
first one a lot.
Okay. Would you like some water to cleanse the palate before you go into the second?
This one tastes a little bit like rubbing alcohol. The other one didn't. Let's try this again.
Okay.
It's okay. I mean, it's okay.
Okay.
I'll go one better. I'm sorry. I hope this one isn't the one you were saying was so good. I don't know what's wrong with it. Is it me? It's me.
You're broken.
You tell me. I'm going to try that one again.
Okay.
It doesn't, I don't like, it's like it's, I don't say rotten. That's not the right word. There's some. Tastes like alcohol.
The one that you don't like the taste of, it smells a little bit sweeter than the first one.
Okay, I don't know how do you get that? You have a very different nose than I do. It does not smell sweeter. The other one smells sweeter and it tastes sweeter. That one smells like rubbing alcohol and tastes like rubbing alcohol. So he just doesn't know what rubbing alcohol smells like, I guess. I'm going to try the one I liked again. What if I don't like it anymore? What if I'm tainted? No, it smells good. Yeah, that's good. I like this one better. What's this?
Okay, let's see.
It's better.
You chose Glass B. Glass B is McFarland's Reserve.
Oh, I like the history one. This is the one you thought was so good. You take it. You take that and have it all day. No, don't like it. I like this one.
Okay.
I like the history one.
Well, we can go with the history on the back of this bottle now, too.
No. This one's powerful. About the guy dying and everything.
All right, ready?
No, I don't want to hear that story. Is it good?
W.L. Weller was born in Kentucky in the year 1825. After serving with the Louisville Brigade in the 1840s, Weller returned to Louisville to open his wholesale liquor business. He is reported to have used the slogan, "Honest whiskey at an honest price."
Oh.
Not anymore these days.
Well, not anymore on the boozy website.
His wheated recipe bourbon had a softer, smoother taste that became very popular. Pappy Van Winkle eventually merged Weller's namesake company with the A.P.H. Stitzel Distillery to form the Stitzel-Weller Distillery. This delicate bourbon, with hints of caramel and honey, honors one of America's finest whiskey pioneers.
This is A?
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't taste as bad. But I still like the other one better. A little bit of an aftertaste. I like this one.
Yeah, I like the McFarland's Reserve more than the Weller. Shocker.
Yeah, so we like this one.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Hello, ladies.
That's funny.
Laddies. Hi, Sam. How are you?
That was really funny. All right.
Brooke, weird question. I love your layered hair.
I can tell you exactly how I cut it.
We should take a video of this next time we do it. We can just send it to Brooke.
We should take a video. Robert cuts it for me. We cut it together. You put it, we saw a video online during the whole COVID thing, and I was like, I need my hair layered.
Stop saying the word. It gets us demonetized.
Oh my God, it's a thing.
Yes.
Lord. Like, that's ridiculous. Okay, well, whatever. During the quarantine, can I say that? During the time where you had to stay inside your house.
During the flu.
During the time in which you had to stay in your house and I had to cut my hair, right? I would put your hair like this. I'll do a videotape for you. You go like this, and then you put it in a ponytail here. And then you cut straight across. Boom. And then it's layered. And then if you want more layers, you don't take the whole hair. You do the same thing, but with only a little bit of hair. And again, you put it right here. You pull it down, and you chop straight across. Ta-da! Layers. It's the coolest thing. Isn't that cool? I have it all the time. Yeah.
And it's free instead of paying
It's
$60
free.
for it.
It's free.
Yes. People who wrote those synopses on the
I
bottom.
know. You know what? I was talking about this. We were talking about something. I was like, that is someone's job. I don't remember what movie it was, but it was a movie I watched where some guy's job was the Hallmark card writer. And I thought, dude, like the number of jobs that exist nowadays, I mean, people will do whatever. People will pay you to do whatever. We have a neighbor down the street who does roofs. Man, he's talking about how he's raking in the dough because we had the whole winter. It was the winter apocalypse that caused it, right?
Yeah. Well, and they had hailstorms too after that.
And they had hailstorms after that. And this neighborhood is probably about 12 years old. So like the roofs are kind of like at that point where they need it.
Yeah.
So he's making bank right now. And I said, dude, that's it. Like you can make money doing anything at this point in our country as long as someone will pay you to do it. And so someone is paying someone to write this. Like Robert writes all of the things for supplement companies. Like what do you do? Like the Amazon descriptions?
I've done Amazon descriptions. I do some of the stuff on the bottle labels. Like go read the stuff on the Apollon bottle.
Yeah, Robert writes that. Is that funny?
The stuff on the product website, some of the articles I've written for different websites and stuff like that.
Isn't that funny?
I do that in addition to the formal stuff.
You know what's really funny is when somebody asks him to write an article for women. Thanks, Chica. Thanks, I know. And I just took a shower because we did stuff earlier. No, I'm sure. No, actually, I'm not sure. But anyways, I took a shower because I can. Because we married. Because that's cool. You can do that. So anyways, I showered and I blow dried my hair, which I never do. And I was like, oh no, because usually I like it when I sleep on it. It gives it more volume. But thanks.
It's the reason I have an enlarged liver.
So anywho.
That's great. Now I know layers.
Yes.
I need some hair.
Yes. No, it's actually really cool, isn't it? Like you just have to brush it and then put a ponytail right here and then go straight down and cut straight across, right? And then if you want more layers, you don't take the whole hair and you go in the forward again, put a ponytail and then put another ponytail right here and just cut straight across. Isn't that cool? I don't know. I think it's cool.
Yes, absolutely. Last call for any comments or questions, guys. We'll be hopping off. So yeah, recapping. C4 energy drinks. Orange.
He's going to be out of town at some point, though. We got to watch that. He is going out of town
next Wednesday.
Yes. So we're not going to be doing a podcast next week, then.
We could do it from the road. I could call you up and we could do like a Skype call and broadcast.
Are you seriously going to do that, though?
I could.
Okay.
If you're interested.
Is it next week already? No, it's not next week.
It is next week. It's next Wednesday I leave.
Let's just talk about what's happening. When he leaves, my parents are coming in town to help me with the little one because I have to chaperone homecoming and I have to go and do like my graduate school stuff. So I don't have time to be with her as often. So I need my parents to come in town. And he usually helps be like what's that called?
A parent.
No, like
the parent.
I was going to say a buffer because it's difficult.
Oh, you're talking about with your parents.
With my parents.
Oh, I thought you were talking about around the house.
With my parents. And so they're going to come in town. And then here's the funny thing. His parents just called and said they wanted to come in town. So it's going to be like, he's out of town while my parents are in town. And they literally leave. And then his parents come in town like very next whatever, and then they're going to stay, and it's like, what?
It's going to be busy.
It's going to be a lot. You know what the good news is? We cleaned our house recently because we needed a babysitter. We don't clean our house. Why? Why do we clean our house? We clean our house when people are going to come over, and so the babysitter is coming, we're like, I guess we'll clean. And now it's like, well, it's good, it's clean, because we got people coming to visit. I don't know if you guys are like us, but we don't clean.
I mean, we do like the vacuuming, the sweeping, that normal stuff. But we're talking like there's baby clutter.
You know, like the scrubbing. Like the scrubbing.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. It is a lot of it.
That's a lot. And he doesn't have to deal with all of them. I do. He's going to be out of town.
I did last time.
Partying with Robbie.
Well, last time they were.
He's going to be like, woo, woo. He's going to be partying. But you know what? It's fine. I want him to have a good time. He deserves it. Everyone thinks he's crazy. He's driving up to New Jersey basically for 2 days. But he's an introvert. He needs the quiet time to just...
Yes, I welcome it. Skype is out. Yeah, I didn't mean Skype. I meant StreamYard. This service.
I said TiVo for years. I was like, let's TiVo that. He's like, we don't even have TiVo. I'm like, yeah, we do. You know the thing. Boop, boop. The boop, the boop, boop. He's like, Sandy, we don't have TiVo. I'm like, well, whatever it's called, TiVo it.
Yeah.
What?
Redwood is supposed to be good. The Redwood Empire stuff.
Well, to be fair, I'm not. I like this guy. I love history. By the way, just so you guys know, I'm reading War and Peace. I think you guys get it mixed up with Crime and Punishment or something. War and Peace is very easy to read. Very easy. Yes, it does. Robert's going to have so much fun. No, I just want you to know, excited. You should read War and Peace. It's a good book. It's got really great characterization. But anyways, towards like the very end of like whatever, towards like the middle end, right? Towards the middle end of War and Peace, he does this amazing analogy. He loves history. He's talking about, I love history. But in it, he compares calculus and the way we study calculus to the way we should look at history. I don't want to give too much away, but it was fascinating. I read it last night, and I'm usually reading to try to go to bed, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. He's talking about calculus and history. Robert, this is amazing. He's like, you need to take a Benadryl because you're not going to go to sleep, because we strategically have to do things that make me tired before I go to sleep because I get too excited like a little happy dog. It doesn't work.
All right, so if anybody's looking for birthday presents for the supplement engineer, we can look at this Eagle Rare 17-year-old.
There you go, Robert. $2,000.
We can look at this Japanese edition
$400
of the Blantons.
We would accept that.
The single barrel black label. I wonder if this is a higher proof because regular Blanton's I think 94 proof. This is another Japanese one. What's the proof on this?
Fascinating.
80 proof. No, forget that. No, I'm not dealing with 80 proof bourbon.
We don't want your $400 Japanese bourbon.
Export. No.
We want
80 proof.
the real stuff.
No.
Okay, you can get out of that now.
This
You're
is
ridiculous.
This is very expensive bourbons. Yeah, these are these secondary retailer sites that.
It's insane.
Yeah, just go hunt around your local places for some good bourbon.
Or find a friend in another place.
Yeah,
They
make
can sell it
friends.
to you. Make friends, guys.
Yeah,
Be
make
decent and
friends.
nice to each other. I think it's time to go.
Yeah, it's way too much for that stuff. All right. You could trade your sheets.
We could. We could trade our.
You could get the $400 what I then charge back. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Go sell it
We
to
could
somebody
make
else.
bank.
Good.
That's insane.
Thank you all for the stream.
Thank you,
to
Brooke.
Brooke for tuning in for the $5
Thanks,
donation.
Sam.
Thank you, everybody else, for tuning in, for commenting, for playing along with this week's game
So we'll
show.
do
We
it for
appreciate
2 weeks from now.
Yes, we won't be live next week because I will be partying.
He's going to be partying with
in
Robbie.
Jersey with Rob, Sean, Pete, Justin, and all the other happy.
Go to
frolicking
New Jersey
people.
if you want to hang out with Robert live.
Bring bourbon too. Yes, bourbon. No scotch. Bourbon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
scotch tastes like cigarette smoke.
Yeah. So thank you all for tuning in.
Unless
If
you
you like
like
what
it.
we're doing here, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. You have a question, query, quip for future banter session with
Recipe
Sandy?
concoction, which we never get.
Leave a comment down below or shoot me an email at supplementengineer@gmail.com.
Okay.
And we will see you all in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.